Just gotta watch I don't break my neck or step on the turtle. This is a real thick mud bottom, so I gotta watch my step. I sink up to my ass in mud real quick. You want to be careful not to, because I got 7 foot of string on that jug, so don't always think the jug is where the turtle is, because he could be down here in front of me. That's why I'm going real easy. They tend not to get nasty till I come out of the water. That's when they get really nasty. There's the jug. He's probably buried up underneath that bush. I don't feel him around my feet. Yeah, I see it's stuck in him. Let's see if we got him or not. See, it's back this way. Did he get off, or is he still stuck? I think he might have got off. Yeah. He had it tangled up in the bush. Yep, snapped it off. He's gone. Alright, well, 2 of my other lines were busted. They were dragged and then they were tangled up, but we got a live one on this one. He's tangled up in the tree here. I gotta be real careful where I put my hands. You want no part of the business end of this turtle. Absolutely none. There he is. Oh! Alright, we got this guy. Come on. Now this is the time we gotta be really careful. This is a big turtle. I got him. There we go. Oh, that's a big turtle. That's a big one. I hope you can get a good look at that. Now I gotta be real careful. Stay away from that business end. There we go. There we go. All right, let's get him back to the shore without getting bit. Oh. Actually, why don't you turn that way, away from me. There's obviously some other very large turtles in here because 2 of my other lines were broken. They broke 50-pound wire trays like it was nothing. These turtles aren't stupid. He's an old turtle. Just gotta watch his claws and watch his head, because that head is all business. That is all business. he's heavy. He is heavy. Doesn't matter, Chuck. No. Not back into the pond. Whew. That's work. You can see the size of them there now compared to my foot. Oh. Oh. He is all business. Breathing heavy. That mouth means business, and you want to stay well away from it. Oh. And that is why you want no part of that business end. You've also got to watch their claws. They have large claws. I mean, claws like a freaking bear. And they hurt. And you see me earlier on lifting the turtle by the tail. If I was going to release this turtle, I wouldn't have done that. I would only hold it by the shell, because it kind of stresses them. You have to remember their tail is the backside of their spine. So what I would do is grab it here and lift it by the shell. Now you can see his foot. You see the size of his claws there? They are long. Also, you've got to be real careful. I gotta be careful here. His head can come out of his shell and almost halfway down his back to like here, right up over his shell. So if I had my hand on top of his shell, he could technically still bite me. So you've got to be very careful with that. I see leeches stuck on his head there. Yeah, that's a big one. That was a hard one fight. This is my third day of checking. Earlier on I had some of the smaller turtles strip the bait off of the hook. I had one big turtle take a bait, and he twisted it off. He just twisted the bait off the hook. You'll excuse me if I don't take my eye off the turtle. He twisted the bait off the hook. I had two today where the hooks were sheared off. So the hooks I'm using, they're saltwater type hooks, and they're soft. They're not like real hard anodized metal. So they will rust away. But they snap the hooks right off. You'll have to excuse me sweating a little bit. But I just wrestled the turtle up through that, out of that pond. Not so easy. They're very, very strong for their size. I mean, they're incredibly strong, like any other reptile. It's just like an alligator or a snake. They're very, very strong. Now, I'm not going to take any more turtles from here. I've put a couple of turtles back in here. I don't like taking a lot of these big turtles out. I'll only take one a year, maybe. Usually if I catch smaller ones in a cage and stuff, I'll let them go. I only keep big ones. In this area, it takes a long time for a turtle to grow that size. But the ponds do get overcrowded with them, and then there's competition between each of them, and the males especially get very territorial, and they'll destroy each other. They'll also deplete fish populations when they get overpopulated, because they'll eat all sorts of stuff. I caught one the other night on a fishing lure, on a topwater lure. He came up underneath the lure and grabbed it. So they're, like I said, they're opportunistic. There he is. Time to get out of the chest waders and get him home. I thought I'd give you guys a better look at this turtle now that I have it home. Get a clearer look at it than what I set up tripod and stuff up. There you go. Gives you an idea better the size of it. See his claws. And on the back. All right. Pretty powerful, very, very strong. All right, to wrap up this video, I'm going to show a couple of different things you can do to use the turtle to its fullest extent. Obviously, you keep the meat of the turtle to eat. The one I butchered the other day, he's in the freezer right now. He's ready to cook, but that's going to be a different video. I'm going to go through some of the different things here that you can do with the parts of the turtle. The head, I usually dry them. You dry the skull. It's a pretty decent sized turtle. Just like a taxidermist would freeze dry it. You want to keep the trophy head. And they use these in lots of different things, Native American artifacts and all sorts of different stuff, crafts. The shells here, you dry the shells too, and then you lacquer them, and they actually paint on them. Sometimes too they'll peel off the outer layer of shell and it'll be white, and then they'll use a wood stain on it, and then they will spray it, and then we'll paint it. So they'll actually paint pictures and paintings on the back side of the shell. You have a good size shell like that. Now I dry mine with the base plate on the shell. Some guys will cut this off here, so you just have the shell. I have another one here. This one is a little bit thinner. It's a big plate shell though. It's just a little bit thinner on the inside. But it makes a good backdrop for that, for painting on. Now a lot of guys use them in crafts like this. The Mountain Man bag. You can see the bag is a turtle shell, and then the back of it is deer skin, deer hide, and then it's just looped, the coyote face, and then you have the stuff inside it. It stores it inside the shell. This is a muzzleloader possibles bag. That's what you use this for. So you can see you can use the shell. They do make different size bags like this. They even have the small painted turtle shell. They make little pouches, like ball pouches and stuff for it, for holding ammunition, or a little powder flask or something like that. So there's lots of different things you can do with it to use it. You can even keep the claws. You can make necklaces, or you can make earrings. I've seen earrings made of them as well. Pretty cool stuff. So nothing goes to waste. I hope the video was helpful to let you see some information on how to catch some of the snapping turtles. And we'll see you next time.